Hey girls, so since my pregnancy, I've been getting a lot of pain on my lower back. Thankfully, we are here with Rachel, our licensed physical therapist, and she's gonna take us through a 15-minute strength and recovery exercise.
So oftentimes when you have back pain, the muscles in your back will spasm and it's going to limit your motion. Today, we're just gonna do some gentle exercises to help you regain some of that motion. Today, you're gonna need a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball if you have one, but if you don't have one, no worries, we're just gonna use it at the end.
Let us know in the comments below what part of your back hurts the most.
All right, well, let's get started.
Let's do it.
All right, Charlene, so let's get started. Go ahead and lay it all the way down onto your back.
Okay.
So remember, stretching is really an active relaxation, so the breathing is gonna be really important here. So you're gonna lay flat on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat. And first, we're just gonna practice our pelvic tilt. So you can put your hand or your partner's hand underneath your low back, and you're just gonna try to flatten your low back against the floor and just have a little roll up, a little contraction of your abdominals. You're gonna hold that for about 5 count. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax. Good, and then let's do that a couple more times. So go ahead and flatten that out. Once you get there, you can remove your hands. Good. And then one more time. Good. Hold that for 5 count, nice and gentle. Excellent. And then relax. Next one we'll go into is your single knee. So you're gonna go ahead and flatten that low back with that pelvic tilt. Then you're gonna hug one knee up to your chest, and you can use your hands to pull that up. If you have any pain in your hip, you can go out to the side a bit more. Remember, with all these exercises, nothing should increase your pain. Everything should be nice and gentle. Go ahead and relax out of there. And then we'll do the other side. Flatten back and go out there. If you have any increased pain, you can decrease the intensity, or you can go ahead and see your doctor or your physical therapist so they can diagnose you specifically. Go ahead and come all the way back down. Good. A couple more times on each side. Flatten your low back. Pull that knee up to your chest, and we'll hang out for about 5 count. 2, 1, excellent. And one more time, flatten that back out and hug that knee up to your chest. All the while just breathing nice and deep. Don't hold your breath. There you go. Good. And I think we have one more time on each side, right? Let's go and knock that out and breathe. That baby needs oxygen, so give the baby some oxygen and breathe. Good job. All right, switch sides. And hug that knee up to your chest. All right, go ahead and bring that leg down. All right, the next one, you're gonna flatten your low back and we're gonna do a double knee. So you're gonna bring one knee up to your chest. Let's do one at a time. So one knee up to your chest and then bring the other one up to your chest. Good. If you're pregnant or if you're having some hip pain, you can also go with your legs wider. So hold that for 5 count. And then we'll bring one leg back down at a time. So let's go bring this one down and then this one down. Good. If you don't have any restrictions, then you can just do that with your knees up close to your chest. So if you're laying on your back, again, one knee up to your chest, second knee up to your chest, hug it up, breathe there, 5 count. Relax, and we'll do that 3 times. Good. And then one more. And gently bring one leg down and the opposite leg down. All right, come on back. All right, the next ones we're gonna do is for your hips, which are attached to your back, so we have to loosen those up too. We're gonna go into a pretzel stretch. So you're gonna cross one leg over the other, thigh over thigh. And now you're gonna take your hands and pull your right knee up towards your left shoulder, up and across. Exactly, so we're trying to stretch out the back of your hip or your glutes. So hold that for 5 count. Nice. And this one we're actually gonna alternate with a figure 4. So you're gonna go ahead and push that knee away. So you're gonna work out both your internal and external rotators of your hip. How's that feeling?
Good.
Good. All right, let's go pull back one more time into that pretzel. Up and across. and then we'll push away. If you're a little bit more flexible or you feel like you need a little more stretch, you can actually pick up your second leg, take your hand and hold behind the knees, exactly, and then take your elbow and keep pushing that knee away. Good, let's bring this down. And then let's hug across the body one more time for that pretzel. And then go ahead and push away the figure four, and then you can choose. If you leave this leg down, it's enough stretch, or you can pick up that opposite leg. There you go. All right, go ahead and bring your legs down. All right, uncross your legs and let's try the other side. So go ahead and cross the left leg over your right, and now you'll pull your left knee up towards your right shoulder, up and across. Slide your hand down your shin and just get that up and across, so you should feel that in your glute. All right, and then go ahead and push that knee away. Figure four. Good, and then pull up and across. Oh, let's go pretzel first. Oh. Pull first, up and across. And then push away. And let's pick up that second leg and get a little bit of that deeper stretch. Nice. The side's a little tighter? Yeah.
The side is tight.
Usually there's one side that's a little bit tighter than the other, and that's okay, that's normal. So maybe spend a little bit more time on this side. All right, come on back down. And then one more time, hug across, pretzel. And then go ahead and push away. Good, and then you can pick up this leg. If the elbow doesn't feel comfortable here, you can take your left hand and put it on your left knee and push this way too. There you go. So try to keep your shoulders down and your hips down so you're not rotating with this one. Excellent. Go ahead and uncross and bring your legs down. Next one we're gonna do is a little bit of a twist. So I know you can't do that much of a twist, so we'll do a couple versions. First one, so arms are gonna be wide like a T. And you're just going to come down, bring both knees down to the side, maybe about 50% for you until you feel a little bit of a pull. You can look to your right side, so legs go one way, head goes the opposite. Come back to the center, and all the way to the other side. Nice. All right, come back to the center. All right, and then a little bit of a more advanced version. If you're feeling up to it, you can stay with this one or you can try the other one. So same thing, arms will be like a T. You'll cross one leg over the other. And now we'll drop both knees down to one side, a little deeper stretch, and look to the opposite side. Good, and then you'll come back. And then we'll actually drop your knees the other way with your hips staying the same configuration. So this will get the outside of your hip and your IT band and TFL. Good, back to the center. We'll cross the leg the other way. Drop the knee. Back to the center and to the other side. Cool, let's do one more time each way. Drop the knees. You can keep your hands here or encourage your back to twist a bit more and put your hand on your knees. And then twist to the other side. Good, let's cross the leg the other way. Drop the knees. And all the way to the other side. All right, good. Next one, we're gonna do another little twist exercise. So I'm gonna have you lay on your side facing that way. Okay. Do this way? Exactly. So you're gonna bend your knees up to your hips about 90 degrees. You're gonna put your palms together If you have a pillow, that's nice. Put it underneath your head. Now you're gonna open your palm open and you're gonna watch your hand. So with Charlene, we're not gonna twist quite so much and we're just gonna come all the way back. So this will stretch out the top of her back. This one, we're just gonna go open and close 5 times. So sometimes you get pain in the low back and sometimes you get pain up in the top of your back because it's not moving so well. So we're just encouraging your top back or your thoracic spine to twist and open up a little bit. A couple more. Good, and then a good exhale at the end. Excellent. One more time. Good, and come all the way back. And let's roll over to the other side with your head on this side. Same setup, all the way down onto your side. Bend your knees up to your hips. Stack your hands together. And then you're gonna open with your left hand and just let your eye gaze kind of follow that hand. And close. Keep going, let's come on 5 times total. 2, and 3. Nice. 4. Good, nice exhale at the end. And 5. Excellent. Nice work. So we're gonna move from this side position to onto all fours. So now, when you're on all fours position, you want your hands right underneath your shoulders and your knees right underneath your hips. So go and spread your knees a little bit, and we're just gonna do a little cat camel, so that pelvic tilt forward and back. So we're just gonna rotate your pelvis up, stretch out that back, and then go ahead and go the opposite. This one, we're just creating movement, so you're gonna go back and forth. 2, relax, breathe out. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, come down. Good. Then let's go ahead and find this neutral position, so back flat, the neck stays long. Hands will stay right where they're at, and we're gonna go into a child's pose. With Charlene here, I'm gonna have her spread her knees wide, give her some space for that belly, and then you just reach on forward and encourage your hips to come down. With your knees wider comes more of a hip stretch, and that's okay if that's where you're at. Come all the way back up. Let's take a break. Come out, back to all fours. Good. And then we'll do it one more time, all the way back. Reach, keep your hands where they are. Reach forward, good. And then if you have one side of your back that's a little tighter, you can reach over to one side. So let's reach to the right. Good. So now we're stretching out the left side of her body. I'll breathe there. Good, let's go ahead and reach over to the left side. Get her symmetrical, and now we'll stretch out the right side. Good, bring your hands to the center, and then come all the way back into all fours. Good, from here, let's come up into a kneeling position. So both knees, and then let's bring our right foot up forward. So now we're in a half kneel, and you're gonna bring this right foot a little bit more forward. And this one, you wanna make sure you're not gonna arch your back too much. You can actually give yourself a little pelvic tilt, pull your belly up. And now we're just gonna lunge gently forward, bringing this knee forward. And we're looking for a stretch through Charlene's left hip. Feeling that?
Yeah.
Good. So this one's a really great stretch if you're having low back pain. Remember, with all these stretches, we're only going through short time, but you can hold them for 30 seconds to a minute after your workout at the end of the day. It's a great way to relax. Shift your weight back, take some time off, and then go ahead and come on back. Good. If you're feeling good, you can take your left hand and reach up towards the sky, exactly. Kind of get a little bit more extension into that hip flexor. Nice. And then come back and then reach, give your hip flexor a break. Good, and then let's do one more time. Keep your back flat, don't arch too much, reach up. And then let's reach over to the side if you're feeling good. So again, that's gonna stretch out the left side of her body. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and face that way and we'll do your other hip flexor.
Okay.
So let's bring your left foot forward. Exactly, a little bit more forward. You wanna make sure that your knee's not gonna go past your toes. Flatten your back out and then lunge forward until you feel a little stretch in the front of your right hip. Exactly. And shift your weight back. Good. And let's come back forward. And then you can reach your arm up. Nice. If your knee bothers you at all here, you can go ahead and put a pillow underneath your knee, hold up your yoga mat, and make sure that that knee stays comfy. Good. Shift your weight back. And let's finish up one more time. Come back forward, reach up to the sky. And if you're feeling good, you can reach over to the side and really stretch out that low back. All right, excellent. So last thing we're gonna do is kind of a little self-massage. You can use a lacrosse ball, which is a little bit harder, or can you try to use a tennis ball? So we're gonna try to lay down. So go ahead and lay on your back. And you wanna find your quadratus lumborum. So the way that you find that muscle is you're gonna find your pelvis, and then you're gonna find your last rib, right? So for Shar, here's her pelvis, here's her last rib. And we're gonna take your ball and just gonna roll over. You wanna find that meaty spot, maybe a little bit deeper. Not on the spine, just to the side of the spine. And this can be very intense, so you don't have to move. You can just try to work on your breathing and just let your muscles kind of melt over that lacrosse ball. How's that feel?
Great.
Yeah, good. So this one you can hang out there a minute, couple minutes, and really just let that muscle really relax. If you feel comfortable, you can move your body around a little bit. But if it feels good right there, just hang out there.
Yeah.
So that's a great one for her. If you do this stretch, make sure you post on Instagram and show me how you like this. Let's try the other side too. So we'll go ahead and come over here. So we'll rotate that way a little bit. And let's make sure that other side of your back gets a little stretch too. Go ahead and come all the way and just find that spot. And just work on your breathing. This one's a great way to really relax and get ready for bed, especially if you've been having back pain.
I'm gonna do this now.
Good, excellent. All right guys, if you guys liked what you saw, come join me again for some more stretch and recover. Subscribe to our channel and join us in our virtual dance studio. See you guys soon. For more stretch and recover series, watch our next video, subscribe to our channel, or join us in our virtual dance studio.